been a topic of conversation for a lot of months. The idea of this long-term golden visa. Long-term residency holders have explained recently how their lives have changed since getting this 10-year visa. And ever since the UAE decreased the salary requirement for golden visas for skilled professionals, the demand for the long-term residency has absolutely skyrocketed. You said, how many per day being processed?
30 to 40
Wow.
golden visa applications processed, and I'm talking about one touch point each. So if there's an agency who's collecting these golden visa applications, they're applying 30 to 40 each. If there are even 10 of these, I'm not even saying more, even if there are 10 of these touch points, you're talking about 300 to 400 applications every day. Multiply that to the month, you're talking about 900 to 1,000 every month. How many people are actually making 30,000 plus salaries?
Well, we'll have to find out more details on that. Joining us from FNR Corporate Service is Regina Deepu Felix via Zoom. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon.
Hi, good evening. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're doing very, very well. We've been talking about these golden visas. So simply put, is this true? So recently, the minimum monthly salary requirement dropped from 50,000 to 30,000 dirhams a month.
That's absolutely right. Yes. So now the salary based on the professionals, initially it was 50,000, but it's dropped down to 30,000 with any manager position.
Right. So, and is the number right that there are 30 to 40 applications going every single day at every touch point, or more?
Oh, yes, there are more than that actually. Because it's actually, the news is not gone for everyone. It's gone for the limited people. So that is the reason it's 30 to 40. But if the news reaches everyone, definitely 100 plus.
Kitch, we're not talking about this anymore, right? Is it just going to break more hearts, man? 30,000 salary plus. What are these professions? I need to know that.
See, it's mainly the manager positions. And one criteria what the immigration is looking at, they should have the manager role from last 5 years.
All right, okay. Yeah, that
Though
makes
they have
sense.
changed their company, it's okay. But they should have the manager position. And the documents would be the visa copy and 6 months bank statement showing that they are withdrawing 35,000 salary from the company.
No, but I am hearing about people that are getting their golden visas that earn less than 30,000. Are there any other requirements or eligibility tests that you can do that you can be eligible for a golden visa with a monthly salary less than 30,000?
Less than 30,000 is not actually no, but yes, only for this, like we can say for the medical field and the arts field or the celebrity, yes, for them it's possible.
No, Kitch, then we get
We're
it.
in. We're in arts and we're celebrities.
We're celebrities, that's it. Yeah. There you go. Regina, you made us happy. Monday morning blues, we read this report and both of us were like extremely depressed. We're down 7 cups of coffee each. Kitch is, sipping his 8th because, we read so many people making that kind of money. But, jokes apart, it is a fantastic step that the government has taken, by reducing the salaries. It also gives a lot of people that kind of trust that, hey, you know what? I now will live in this country, come what may, 10 years for sure. Even if I have to go out for some emergency, for some work where I am out of the country for more than 6 months, my visa doesn't get cancelled. That kind of assurance, it's almost like getting a permanent residency of sorts and equivalents in other countries.
Exactly. And it's not only for the main person, it's also for his family also.
Right.
So that's the major advantage. And the other advantage, God forbid, if something happens to the sponsor, initially the family had to cancel their visa and exit before within 30 days, the grace period. But here, if something happens to the sponsor, the family can stay till the golden visa is there.
Wow.
So the kids are still locked in. That is it does give you a lot of relief if your kids are in school of a certain age. You know that if something goes wrong at work, you don't have to pack up and move the kids out of school halfway through the year, etc., etc. So that does bring peace of mind. When it comes to a lot of people who are applying, Regina, for these golden visas, is there one country more than other countries where residents are being accepted from?
No, there is no exceptions as such, but for few countries, there is something called security checks.
No, I understand that, but I mean, what countries are most people up? Which countries do most people come from that are applying for the golden visas?
To be frank, the inquiries what I'm getting is mostly Indians.
Indians, obviously.
Really?
I mean, see, the majority, it's not surprising. I'll tell you why. Because the majority of the population of the country is Indians.
True.
Right? Most of the positions, if you see in any organization, there will be at least 40 to 50% Indian staff working in any organization. So there is a higher probability, even mathematical. I mean, it's not that, surprising. I think mathematically, yeah, it would be Indians applying for more golden visas.
Well, look at this radio station. I think there's 10 Daisies and I'm the lone white guy.
Exactly. There you go.
That's what happens. Well, any industries? Which industries tend to be the most common that people are applying from?
Mostly it's IT industries and manufacturing industries.
Right.
So these two are the major industries to apply.
I'm also very interested in what is defined as a skilled professional. I know that you need to be a skilled professional. How does it stipulate who is skilled and who isn't?
Okay. Whoever has got a manager visa with a certificate attested, is degree or MBA certificate attested, is termed as skilled as per the UAE labor law.
Okay. So I've got an MBA, I've got a master's. Am I therefore defined as skilled?
No, because you're not a manager yet.
Ah, okay. I manage Pranav, our producer. Does that count?
that should be equivalent to a CEO. Okay.
Oh, yeah, well, I know. Regina, our production staff, I mean, have you got any help in how we can handle them and get them to do things? Because they're never getting golden visas. They're never getting to manager.
No.
Look, on a serious note, this has been something that has been so remarkable. I think it's up to 150,000 golden visas that have been issued over the last couple of years. Are we able to know whether it's been defined as a success, or what are the benchmarks or the targets the people, the country are looking for?
Actually, they just want to filter and see how much they want for long-term people to stay here. So if a person loses a job, not only him, the entire family will go. So the thing is, they just want to stay back here. And yes, there are more conversions coming up. I can expect more than 30% should have golden visas.
Wow. That's a huge number, isn't it?
So does that not then take away the legitimacy of the golden visa? Because I thought it was quite exclusive, but it seems as though it's being handed out with cornflakes.
When they released it, yes, it was exclusive,
Yes.
and people were like, "Oh, I'm not eligible." Out of 100, maybe 1 or 2 people were eligible,
Right.
Because that kept the bar high. And since they started adapting the globalization, they want people to come and stay here,
Right.
and mostly no one wants to leave Dubai.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the beauty.
We all came in thinking that, we'll be here for 2 years, maybe make some money, get some savings and go back home. That 2 years has gone into 11 years for me now, and from that perspective, I think, everyone comes with the mindset of being here for long. And this is a fantastic, opportunity for anyone and everyone to get themselves a golden visa, stay put here, no stress of going for a medical test, get a renewal every 2 years. Oh, my visa is about to expire. I can't fly back home during this time. There's so many stress. I mean, that all of those stress points are taken off for the man, for the woman, for their families. And I think, there's no reason why one should not, if you are eligible, apply for it.
Regina, we have some questions that have come in, 0586 861 003. Roshan has said, I want to check about the golden visa. Is it just a bank transfer showing a 30K salary, or should there be a contract as well?
Labor contract and WPS bank transfer from the company.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
okay.
So it's not like someone is transferring 30,000 in a month every month. You tell your friend, listen, please do it for the next 6 months. I'll apply for a golden visa. You can't do that, Roshan. Don't try the wrong way.
Now, that's great if you're a manager of a company. What about someone who is maybe a freelancer or running their own business? Is there a sort of a yearly income that maybe a startup company needs?
Okay, for them, the person who has an investor visa, for them it's 2 million turnover.
Okay. Right. But
That is the criteria for the golden visa.
Right. But then again, like Kitch mentioned, for a freelancer, for someone who is, say, a photographer, for someone who is a voiceover artist, or probably, is an events person, doesn't have a labor contract, but is working for multiple people at the same time. How does that fall under that purview? Because definitely no labor card, definitely no bank transfers happening for him. How does him or her, for that matter, how does that work then?
Let's say there's a famous photographer who's done many projects, okay, and he's doing a freelancing in Dubai. So what he can do is he can submit his profile
Right.
to the immigration, and he can mention what kind of projects he has done. He has appeared in some media or what works he has done. That comes under arts and culture.
Okay. Right. So again,
So it goes under that department and gets the approval.
Perfect. So yeah, there are so many ways that one can do. I mean, 30,000 or above is not the only criteria. It's not the only way, and one shouldn't be disheartened. One can look for other ways and probably come and speak to you, right?
Yes, yes.
So, Regina, if people do want to get some more information about how they can best apply for the Golden Visa, what's the best way to get in contact with you at FNR Corporate Service?
Okay. They can email me at
Yes.
contact@fnrae.com.
All right. contact@fnrae.com.
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, well, Regina, thank you very much for sharing your insights this afternoon. And and if it really does come to a stipulation where managing the production staff here at this show enables us to get the Golden Visa, then we'll be straight on the email to you. Okay.
Perfect. I'll be waiting.
Thank you very much. So it's contact@fnrae.com. That's Regina Felix, FNR Corporate Service. And no surprise there, the amount of people that wanting Golden Visas coming from Italy. And now that the wage has dropped to 30K per month, there's just been an influx of applications.
It's a fantastic move. From the government's perspective, it's a fantastic move to ensure that they retain the talent that comes here. People come here, probably get a better opportunity, want to go someplace else. Now they've got 10-year visas. They say, hey, this is my home. I'm going to stay here, buy properties, have the fantastic Dubai life. And it's